Now, what I'm going to do now, you guys remember, I had you download a whole bunch of templates in your from the FTP site, right?
Right.
So
Yes.
those templates. Now I'm going to go over how to actually use those templates, okay? Because a lot of times what we've done in the past is, as CAD guys, what we do is we try to use all the old drawings that we can and we just modify them to create new drawings, so we don't have to go back and redraft a whole bunch of stuff. And
right.
so that's the importance of the templates. But the templates also provide a little more functionality than just that, and we're going to go over that right now. So I'm going to suppose that I ask you that we have to do a project, and I say to you, I'll send you a note to say, so set up a drawing and use a certain template. And I'm going to open a template so that you'll see how it's supposed to go. All right. Actually, if you're going to use templates, it has to be a new drawing. I might say, give me a new drawing and start and use a certain template. Okay. If I tell you to use a certain template, we're going to use one of the ones that I gave to you, which was the 30 scale single family template Stamler.dwt. All right. So one of the things I want you guys to realize and look at in the new drawing dialog box here, it's asking for a drawing name. And so you're going to give it whatever name I tell you to give it in the instructions, okay? And so for this one, I'm just going to call this this drawing, I don't know, junk. I'm going to call this drawing junk training. And I'm going to call it 3.3.15, okay?
Okay.
And the other things that you got to understand is when you're looking for drawings, the project and the drawing location, this particular area of the dialog box is very important. And the reason why is because the land project directory of your computer should never change. Okay?
Yeah.
When you loaded the software onto your computer, we told the software to put the land project in your C root directory and call it land projects R2. So that directory should never change with regard to drawings for a particular, as you do work with SIGTech, okay? Now, the other thing is the project will change, okay? And the project, I gave you guys this project right here, which is 2014-14.
Yeah.
And when that project, if you were if you wanted to find drawings related to that project, you would just have to simply pull down and select that particular project. Now you have to be very careful too, because sometimes you may want to open a drawing and you're wondering why doesn't it pop up in the drawing box. Well, the reason why is because you don't have the project most of the time, because you didn't select the correct project. All of you guys remember when we looked at the project directory, that in the project directory 2014-14 it has a DWG folder, right?
Yeah.
So that the dialog box will always look for the drawings to be in the new drawing dialog box, and when you get ready to open a drawing, the open drawing dialog box, it's always going to look for the drawing selection from the project selection that you actually pick here, okay? Mm-hmm. So if you don't pick the right project, then you might not find your drawing.
Yeah.
And the project path should never change. But in this case, we're starting a new drawing. It's associated with project 2014-14, and we're going to entitle that drawing Training 3.3, Junk Training 3.3.15. But I don't want to start from scratch, right? So what I'm going to say is start my drawing by using a drawing that's already existing, okay? And in your computer, it's the same thing. These templates that we put there will show up right there in your dialog box. So we're going to start with this one right here. And I'm going to hit OK. We're going to start with 30 scale SF template Stamler.dwt and hit OK. And I just go through the font. Sometimes I don't have all the fonts loaded, but most of the time I don't need all these fonts. Okay? And so right now it just created a brand new drawing entitled Jump Training 3.3, and it already has all the title blocks. It has everything in it, but it also has the information from that drawing that we saved as a template.
Quit.
Hello?
Sorry about that. The dog's going crazy. Mama's coming home.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, it's very loud on this side, Thomas.
All right, keep going. It's just Mama coming home. The dog is going crazy for a minute. All right, it's clear now. Sorry about that.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so the other thing, when you get ready to set up a new drawing, is you can select a profile. Now, I don't really select these profiles here because sometimes, like you can see here, they don't have a 30 scale profile here. They don't have a 60 scale profile. So I just hit next on this dialog box without giving it any real attention. Now, now here you can set the feet, the linear units, the angular units, but most of the time these are already set, so I don't really need to bother these neither. And the display precision, I only need to go 2 decimal points for elevation and for the linear feet, so I don't bother these neither. And then the coordinates, I don't bother those neither because they're already set up. If I go 4 decimal places with my coordinates, I'm in good shape. Okay.
Yeah.
And then for angular units, I also 4 is good there because most of the time if we have like 30 degrees, 15 minutes, and 20 seconds, the 4 places there are adequate to describe the minutes and the seconds. So we can just keep scrolling right through the screen and keep it going. And we like to use bearings. We just hit next on that screen as well. Now, on this one, this is where, on this screen, this screen is very important. I'll show you how to get to this screen after the initial setup of the drawing too. But for this drawing, it's a 30 scale drawing. 30 is fine for horizontal scale, and the only reason why you would need to know or to establish what the vertical scale is if we're doing profiles, right?
Right.
And if we're doing profiles, then profiles normally are at an exaggerated scale. And so the exaggerated scale is actually defined by this particular box. And so that when you get ready to import profiles into your drawing, if you have a scale of a horizontal scale of 30 and you want your profile to have a vertical scale of 10 feet, then this has to be set to 10 feet. Otherwise, when you import your profile, it's not going to work. It's going to be at a different scale, and you're going to be wondering why, okay?
Right.
So this dialog box is important right here, but I'll show you how to get to that even after the drawing is set up, right? And for small projects, guys, actually, every time when you work on your drawing, you're going to be working on a localized coordinate system, okay? So for you, you're not going to fool around with this thing. If I give you a drawing where the datum is important, when I give it to you, it's already going to be in the right datum. It's already going to be in the right horizontal system, so you don't have to worry about it. The only thing you have to do is open the drawing and start using it, okay?
Yeah, you got the zone picked and all, I guess.
All right? So just hit next on that, hit next on the next screen, and you keep it moving. All right? And now it's important. You do have to load the text style because we do use a text style that's called Leroy. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Leroy. I don't know why they call it Leroy, but Leroy is what we use. All right? So everybody say Leroy.
Leroy! I've used Simplex and just everywhere is different. I've never seen two different places the same.
Right. Okay, so Leroy is also another name that we use for Leroy. We call them L styles, okay? Now, the reason why these styles are important is because these styles actually change the height of the text according to the scale of the drawing that you set in the previous
that is nice. I've seen that. I'm out for 2 seconds. I need a smooch. Oh, there's a meeting here now. Okay. Sorry, she's gone. We're good.
Hey, Thomas, I'm going to mute you, and when you get ready to get back in, if you haven't, we're not going to be able to hear you. If she's going to, she said she's going to make a smoothie.
I said I needed a smooch. He can go. He's busy. He can do your thing now. I'm done. He's done. Sorry.
No problem. Okay. So yeah, because if you're gonna make a smoothie, that machine is loud. So
yeah.
So I thought she was gonna make a smoothie. All right. Okay. So the L styles, that's what we use, and the L styles, like I said, they actually will these are it changes the height of the text based upon the scale of the drawing. Now, I emailed you guys 2 sheets, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now go to the sheet. There's the one sheet is it has a bunch of drawing scale with text sizes and pen widths and all that kind of stuff on it. Okay. So basically, if you look at the top left of the one sheet that says, I got a little handwriting that says drawing scale at the top.
Yes.
So if you look up top, what you'll see is that the size of the text, you'll see the first one is like a L50. You see, who everybody sees that?
Yes.
I'm getting mine nailed. I seen it a while ago. I'm pulling it back up now.
Okay. All right.
Hey, James, looking for style L50?
Say again.
Did you ask us if we were looking for style L50?
Yeah, you see the style L50 at the top?
Yeah,
Of the sheet that I gave to you guys?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Brian, you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. All right, so the L50 is actually a 0.5 text height, right? And if the scale of your drawing is 1, then that's going to be a 0.5 text height, okay? But if the scale of your drawing, if the scale of your drawing is 20, then that gives you for the L50, that gives you a height of 1. If the scale of your drawing is 1, it's 0.5, okay? If the scale of your drawing is 30, 1 inch equals 30 feet, then the L50 is 0.5 times, it's 0.05 times 30, which will give you a text height of 1.5. But you don't have to really worry about those, because as long as your drawing scale is set properly, or your viewport scale is set to the proper viewport scale, then you'll be able to, it'll set it automatically for the height of the text. And we'll go through that too, so you'll know. But it's important, well, turn your attention back to the screen now. It's important to actually hit load when you get ready, when you open a new drawing. Load, click load, and it'll load those tests, okay? Okay.
Yeah.
And hit next, all right? And most of the time, you're not going to have to deal with this thing. I mean, even though I can put a block name in here and set borders, I haven't done it because I like to use the template. So just hit next on that too and finish, okay? And hit OK. And all that stuff comes up. Now you're ready to do some work, okay?
Yeah.
So now you see here, going down the bottom, what I like to use is I love to use the tabs to set up the final set of drawings, okay? So while you guys may be working on drawings named different names, in the end, we're going to compile them all and put all the drawings, XREF them, and overlay them, and do all the things that we need to do. And we're going to come up with a final set of drawings that are actually in these tabs, okay?
Right.
Okay. And there may be times when we don't put certain drawings in one file, and we don't have it in the same tabs. But overall, we're going to try to put all of our drawings in one file and put them all under each sheet under different tabs. Okay. Now, if you zoom in here, and if you guys need to take a break or you need to go get some water, just let me know,